Hello, hello.
Yes.
I seen Ricardo in the chat saying that I'd start saying yes, yes. So I thought I'll switch up and go hello, hello. Ricardo, mate, you owe 100 quid.
Oh.
Yes, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Patrick said we complain about the heat, and I was literally just about to complain about the heat. It's very, very, very hot today. But yeah, Tierney stream. We spoke about it a little bit yesterday because like some news was popping off. Arsenal Fan TV did a live stream yesterday as well about the whole Tierney thing, and I was like, why are they doing that? But seems to be a little bit of news, not too much, but the fact of maybe City potentially going in for Kieran Tierney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I keep doing as well? I keep saying / typing Trippier. I was so close to scheduling this stream called Man City want Kieran Trippier. Bro, I don't know what it is, bro. I just can't help myself.
Yeah. City are looking at Kieran Tierney, apparently. And funny enough, they actually asked Arteta in today's press conference. And he answered and said, Tierney to Man City? No, I didn't hear about it, and I'm not going to comment. Not going to comment? That's a bit of a weird thing to say. I mean, if it's not happening, you just be like, nah, it's not happening. So I find that maybe there might be something actually in this.
Maybe we're in talks, innit? Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's not like... It seems to me we were in talks with everyone, innit? So maybe Arteta is just keeping it on the hush. Yeah. There's been rumours for a long time about Kieran Tierney, about him joining City. So it'd be interesting if that's how City move on this.
Yeah, no, for sure. Guys, what do you think about this? Do you like Tierney? Do you not like Tierney? Would you take him at City as a backup to the backup? Or would you go for someone else? I mean, the fact that he's saying I'm not going to comment, I just find that very, very weird, man. It's a very interesting... Like, 'cause, you know what I mean? Like, if there's nothing in this, if this was like total BS and the rumour had come from nowhere, then surely Arteta would just be like, nah, you know what I mean? There's nothing in it.
Not necessarily, though. Do you know what I mean? They don't have to come out. And he did kind of say, no, he's not heard this. But there's a poll in the chat, which is currently 55% at no, of should Man City try sign Tierney. So 55% of you are favouring no, 45% of you are favouring yes. Make sure you get your votes in, top of the chat and that. So that's interesting. I feel like the general consensus is no one wants him. Everyone says he's made of biscuits, bare injuries. You rarely see people who want him.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I would get him, man. To be honest, if we can get him for a decent price, 20 to 30 million, which is probably what he'd be valued at, I would probably take him. I know he's got Weetabix legs there, like Warren's saying, but I would honestly probably take him as a backup. And we have another backup. So, you know what I mean? It's not like if he gets injured, Cancelo gets injured. We've still got Gomez. You still have Wilson Esbrand. We would have 4 left-backs at the football club.
From none to 4.
Yeah, so I would consider the deal. I would explore it. Obviously,
it depends on cash.
It depends on cash. He would probably accept the move because... he's going to be back up now anyway at Arsenal, so if you're going to be a backup at Arsenal, you might as well be a backup at Man City. That's my view on it. You probably get a bit of a pay rise, I would probably assume, at City over Arsenal. You're going to win trophies at City, closer to home. Because I was watching the All or Nothing documentary and he did say that he got homesick. Now, of course, I still know that Manchester isn't Scotland, but it's a lot closer. So it might be a bit easier. You know what I mean? When you go Blackpool, you always see those Scottish people in Blackpool. So maybe, I don't know, maybe he could meet halfway. You know what I mean? Go Blackpool, go on the beaches and go to Pier. I don't know. But it seems like a deal that could work, and I think that we could get him out there relatively cheap. I said it on the stream yesterday when we slightly touched on it, that I think we could get him out of there for a decent price. And I think that it probably is a deal that City are looking at.
Interestingly, firstly, Nick Toll with the 14s are yes, only fair. Arsenal have taken 2 of our players. If Arsenal had taken 2 of our players, I think we maybe should have done like a swap deal with Zinchenko if that was a thing, or maybe just kept Zinchenko. But I don't think City envisioned him being in this position. But on the whole, I don't even know what I was just saying then, bro. The heat has made me lose track of thoughts in it. I just think about Arsenal players now. But yeah.
Well, the reason why we didn't do a swap deal initially is because we was probably in for Cucurella.
Yeah, that's what I just said. That's what I just said. They didn't envision that it would have gone this far.
So that's the reason why. But obviously, we're at this situation now where we are looking at a left back. We know Load is off. We know Borna Sosa's off. I know it's probably not going to happen because of the cash. Rafael Guerreiro is one that is possible. But Dortmund might try and roast you because we roasted them for Haaland.
See, I know he's not off. He's on the list.
He's on the list.
It's not off.
It's highly unlikely.
We don't know, innit? We don't know if City are willing to. We don't know what City value him at.
Yeah.
City might rate him more than they rated Cucurella.
Yeah.
We don't know the situation that City are in. City might go, yeah, we'll full send Aït-Nouri.
Yeah.
Just like they might full send Guerrero. I think Guerrero's a very realistic option. With only being 1 year left in his contract, probably get him out of there. But this whole Tierney thing is the way that obviously Arsenal Fan TV did think. Have they got a source? Have they heard something? Do you know what I mean? Like from their side of it. Obviously Arteta not clarifying whether it's true or false that City are interested. Basically, the fire's starting, innit? And soon will come the smoke, which is all the journalists will all be posting it soon. If it is a thing. Yeah, no, for sure. Obeyed coming in with the 10 says, good afternoon, lads. I don't mind getting Tierney. I agree with LB. LB has a good eye for LBs. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Yeah, I mean, I would take him, bro. To be honest, like I say, I think you can get him out for a good price. So I think it's a deal that works. He plays for Arsenal, so it's a similar style of play. Should fit in relatively easily. And whilst you do have injury concerns with Tierney, it's not a major issue in the sense that we do have Cancelo, we do have Gomez, and we do have Wilson Esbrand. And yeah, I think you can get him out there for a good price. He's only 25, still got years left of potential, and he is a good player. You know, I mean, when he's on his day and he can get fit and stay fit, he is a good player. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing is, we actually did get a message after our stream yesterday when we was talking about the price that we'd be able to get him out of Arsenal. I think we said around 25 to like 27 million pound and probably get him out of there. We had a message yesterday to say that we wouldn't be able to, like that price would not be enough to get Tierney out of Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, how much do they want then? Because you know what I mean, they've spent 35 million on Zinchenko, and if we play in that game, then apparently, you know what I mean, if you're buying a player to overtake another player, that's more than the player that you're overtaking. Because that's what happened with us with Cucurella when Brighton fans were like, well, if you sold Zinchenko for 35, then obviously Cucurella's worth over 35. You know what I mean, so if we're playing that game, then surely Kieran is worth less than 35 million. So I think somewhere in the region of 30 mil should be able to get him out.
I think so.
You know, whether Arsenal accept that, I don't know. You know what I mean? They've got some good deals out of City. Zinchenko, good price and good player. And the same with Gabi Jesus. So I think we should be able to get it. I think we should be able to get this deal done.
And if that's around the price mark that we want to be paying, do you know what I mean? Like I said, we tried to get Cucurella for 35 mil. If we want less than that, we've kind of budgeted that for a left back, then he would fit the bill. That's why he'd be there. I say it again, there was loads of links before like the transfer window started and stuff like that. It's always been like a name that's been on City's left back list, but it's just something that we've never actually inquired about, and now it seems to be something that could actually happen, which is mad. It could actually happen. I mean, he might come to City and smash it. You don't know, innit? You don't know. It might not come to City.
Yeah, no, I agree. Pep Guardiola with the 179, not happy with this. Says, what the hell are we doing? And a lot of angry face emojis. So Pep Guardiola, not the manager, the fan, is not happy with this deal. And Obeyed with the 5 says, plus, Kieran Tierney has that dog factor. He's willing to get into the opposition's faces. Yeah, he is a very sort of aggressive in the way that he defends, and that might be a reason why he gets injured so much. I don't know. But yeah, maybe we need a bit of that. And I've seen someone in the chat saying he's a bit more balanced than Cancelo, and I would probably agree with that. He's probably a bit more balanced. And like I say, he's played for Arsenal, so he's played in the same sort of style of play. It's not like he's coming from like a Stoke or something, you know what I mean? He's coming from a team that plays the same sort of system. And he should be able to come in and just slot in very nicely. So yeah, I can completely see why City are looking at this deal. He's already played in the Premier League. Guerrero hasn't. None of the other options have other than Aït-Nouri, but Aït-Nouri is probably going to cost you more than Kieran Tierney. And like I say, I think with Kieran Tierney, it's a situation because he's only 25. You can get him back on that trajectory that he's sort of fallen off. He was on a mint trajectory when he was at Celtic and went to Arsenal, and then his trajectory's just sort of like stabilised or gone down. And I think coming to City, you could sort of reignite that trajectory and go back up. He's only 25 years old, so he's still got plenty of football left in his career. And I think City could be the team that could, and Pep Guardiola could be the manager that could get him back on that chase.
City might be able to glue his biscuit legs back together, innit? Do you know what I mean? And fix him up. Maybe our medical team, you know what I mean? Send him to Cougat. Cougat will have him fixed in no time. He'll come out with bionic legs.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
In fact, I was watching All or Nothing last night, Arsenal's All or Nothing, and there is a bit on Kieran Tierney, and one of the slight worries is that he has some sort of like mental thing with his injuries where I don't know whether he didn't really explain it, but the way I sort of interpreted it is that maybe he thinks his injuries are worse. He thinks he's
injured more than when he is. A lot of players get that, don't they?
Yeah, and you can get that when you get a number of injuries in quick succession. Now, whether that's sorted or whether I've just interpreted that wrong, I don't know. But yeah, that would clearly be an issue then if he's not actually injured and he thinks he's injured. But I don't know. They didn't really explain it. To be honest, I don't know if you've watched it, but I'm not impressed with this All or Nothing at Arsenal at all.
Not good.
Just don't think it's anywhere near as good as the City one. Anywhere near as good. The whole episode is basically Mikel Arteta standing in the changing room before a game and after the game, walking up and down in between them while they're all holding hands, going, "I need the passion. You need to play with your brain, and I need you to play with your heart, and I need you to go out there and fight." Basically for an hour, 7 times. And then there's an odd few bits of like the owner or whatever, but it's not good. I don't think it's that good. But anyway, that was
the City one was good. The Spurs one was mint as well.
Yeah, no, I agree.
One was well
but this one just seems to me just like it's the worst out of the 3 in my opinion.
Yeah.
City Bias TV with a 5 says, "How are we getting the backup to Zinny when we had Zinny? It makes no sense, man. Are we just happy to sign any left back? Are we that rattled? Madness."
I mean, potential. Like Lewis said before, I genuinely think we got rid of Zinchenko, kind of arrogant in the fact that we thought we'd get Cucurella. So we got rid of Zinchenko, going, yeah, we're going to get Cucurella. And it didn't happen. And it's left us how we are now, with no left backs. That's my take on it anyway.
Yeah, no, for sure. Guys, keep smashing the thumbs up button. Get us up to 300 likes. Currently on 225 likes. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. And if you've not already done so, go download the OneFootball app. They've sponsored today's stream. Links in the description and pinned comment. You download the app, select City as your favourite team. You get all the City news straight to your phone, completely for free. Transfer news, transfer rumours, all that kind of stuff. It is absolutely sick. And it's free, so if you download it, you help support the channel. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's looking like this deal could go ahead, and of course we have narrowed it down. If you think about it, last week we had 4 left backs. Now there's only really 2, maybe 3 if you include Aït-Nouri, but I really don't think that's going to happen. So Rafael Guerreiro, Aït-Nouri, and Tierney are the 3 that sort of remain. Obviously, Sosa and Lodi have sort of been struck off for now. And would Tierney be less than Guerreiro? Probably not. But I think like the value thing, City will probably be happier paying the value for Tierney if it's around 30 mil than maybe 20-25 mil for Guerreiro, given that he's only got 1 year left on his deal, just based on the value sector. So if we're looking at value, I do think City will be very attracted to this deal. And Aït-Nouri is going to cost, I think, 40-45 mil plus in this current market. So you can definitely see why City are looking at Kieran Tierney. He's obviously got that Prem experience, and he should be able to fit into the first team.
I think the Prem experience is a big thing as well. I think City actually want an actual left back. I know Zinchenko did become an actual left back. Do you know what I mean? He's playing left back for Arsenal and stuff. But I feel like that's just the way. That's the way that City want to move. Obviously, I don't think everything went to plan. Like I say, like City by City say, we're rattled. I think City are rattled a little bit. I think we're a bit we're thrown off by the fact that we didn't get our main target. So we let Zinchenko go, not got our main target. Now we've got to look at alternatives, and now they've got big decisions to make, whether they go for someone who's more expensive, like an Aït-Nouri, but then they're going to get questioned on why they don't just pay the money for Cucurella if you're going to go expensive, or Renan Lodi kind of thing. That's expensive as well. Or you go for someone like Guerreiro, a year left on his deal, or someone like Tierney, who is 25. Yes, he has injury issues that they need dealing with throughout a season, but also was rated highly at Celtic, massively at Celtic. Mm-hmm. But he has that Prem experience. So if you're going to get him, he'll slot right in. Yeah.
Another person here, David, saying, why are we signing a player that Zinchenko's replaced? Obviously indicating that we should have just kept Zinchenko.
Yeah, we should have, hindsight, we should have kept Zinchenko. I reckon Zinchenko didn't even want to go.
Yeah. Anthony Gaming with the 2 says we should not get Tierney. So yeah, a lot of people questioning this deal, and I think it doesn't help the fact that Tierney is being replaced by Zinchenko, and we had Zinchenko. I think that's what a lot of people have got concerns about.
And we said this would happen. We said We said when we get the replacement in,
it'll probably be downgrade.
It'd be a downgrade on Zinchenko. Now it might not actually turn out that way when they come. They might actually play, and you might think, oh, he's fitting well. But on the face of it, it's a downgrade.
Yeah, well, defensively, it's not a downgrade.
No.
I don't know going forward if he's a downgrade.
But I mean, like, because Zinchenko was already here and he already fit into the system and he's already good.
Yeah.
I mean, he rarely got injured and stuff.
Maybe on the ball, maybe he's a downgrade. But I think defensively, I don't think it's a downgrade. Going forward, I don't think there's much between them. But yeah, in terms of being fit and just ready to fit in the system at any point, that's a downgrade because obviously Zinchenko was here ready. And I think Zinchenko, in my opinion, is a little bit better. Got some people in the chat saying Tierney was going to cost 40 to 50 million pound. Well, we was told by all the fan bases that if we sold Zinchenko for 35 and we wanted to buy a new left back, we would have to pay more than 35 because that's how transfers worked. So if that's what we was told for Cucurella, then I'm applying that same logic, as daft as it is, to this deal. So if we've sold Zinchenko for 35 and he's now Arsenal's number 1 left back and we're buying Arsenal number 2 left back, logic dictates that it has to be less than 35 mil. I'm just going by the rules that I was told when we was bidding for Cucurella. Obviously these new rules have suddenly been applied. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I mean these are the new rules. This is a new world we live in, guys.
The thing is, if they pay 35 million for Zinchenko, bro, we should be paying less than that 100%. Because he's the guy that should replace Tierney. Even if you just do it on the face of that, just like that. Do you know what I mean? You go, well, we're getting the backup. Do you know what I mean? You just replaced Tierney with Zinchenko. So we're going to pay less than what you bought Zinchenko for. Obeyed, yes, with a $10. Yes, obeyed. Jordan, if you want expensive, I'd go for Hernandez from Milan. I mean, if City wanted to go all out and go expensive, then yeah, Hernandez from Milan. I think he just signed a new deal as well, so it would be expensive. But he's a very, very, very good left back. I reckon he's got a mad career ahead of him. Maybe in a few years.
Yeah, people saying Zinchenko's not replacing Tierney. He will 100% replace Tierney. I'm sorry, he will 100% replace Tierney. 100%. If Kieran Tierney stays at Arsenal, he won't keep that left back spot. Not a chance, mate. It will be Zinchenko's all day long. Zinchenko wouldn't have left if he was going to be back up. He's been guaranteed minutes from Arteta, and he said you're going to be our new left back. That's my view. Pep Guardiola with a 5 says if Phillips is injured already because he's ruled out for the game on Saturday afternoon. Oh yeah, he is ruled out. He's got niggles.
Yes, so he's there's some slight injury with Phillips. Obviously nothing major.
And Cole Palmer
Cole Palmer's out as well. So squad depth not looking great already. A bit sweating on that squad depth already, but Pep doesn't like to make subs anyway, so it is what it is. So I think it'll be relatively similar to the team that we played against West Ham. Maybe the wingers change.
Big super chat here from Louis. I don't know if it's Louis or Lewis, I don't know. Zagani with a 179 says Kieran Tierney has the same agent as Grealish and Calvin Phillips.
Is he with Stellar Agency?
He's with the Stellar guys, is he?
Stellar. There you go then. Well, he's in because Grealish is. Do you know what I mean? It's basically when you like sign your mate up and you get like a bonus. You know what I mean? Or like you get a percentage off and stuff. That's what Grealish is doing. He's got himself in, and he's changing. He got Phillips to change to Stella. He's already on Stella. He's getting all the Stella lads in.
That is kind of wild. I didn't know that, man. So thanks a lot for telling us that. I want to ask a question to the chat, though, guys. What do you think about this whole left back thing? Because Pep Guardiola has confirmed in the press conference today that Sergio Gomez will be staying at Manchester City, which means we now have 2 left backs in Cancelo and Gomez and a third in Wilson Esbrand. Should City be looking at a Kieran Tierney, or should they actually be looking at a right back? Because right now it seems like we're fairly protected on that left hand side with Cancelo, Gomez and Wilson Esbrand. Should we actually not just be looking for a right back? Because now we're going to have four left backs. Should we not actually be looking for a right back?
I mean, no, because we'll technically have 2 right backs and 3 left backs.
Well, yeah.
Cancelo is a right back.
Well, yeah, he is, but he's not, is he? He's a left back. He is our left back.
He can play both.
But the problem is, if Walker gets injured, we're saying Cancelo go right, that means Cancelo will never get a rest. You know what I'm saying? He'll only get a rest when we put Gomez in.
Yeah, so that's when you'd have to start like basically switching out Cancelo from that left back spot.
Yeah,
because you have to manage his minutes well. In case he needs to come in on that right hand side.
So exactly that's what I'm saying. So should we not actually be looking at a right back, backup right back?
Gomez can play both.
Gomez can play both, but I mean he's playing everywhere on the pitch. You know what I mean? How good is he actually when he plays on that right back spot? How many times has he played there?
John Stones can play right back.
Yeah, I'm talking like long term though. You know what I'm saying? Like what happens if they get injured long term? You don't want John Stones playing 20 games.
No, but if he gets injured long term, Cancelo would be the long term right back. And and you'll have your Gomez, you'll have your Tierney. We get him. That's the way it'll be. Carl Walker gets injured 100%. It'll be that guy. It'll be if Walker gets injured, it's Cancelo who goes right back 100%. That'll be a long-term right back.
Yeah.
Then you'll use the other ones as left backs.
Yeah, I like Tierney, and I'd go for him, but I think we should be looking for a right back in this situation. I think we should.
The only thing is, we're not in it. We're not I've not even focused on right backs at all because we're not looking at right backs, and I feel like that is because City know that Cancelo can play right back. City might have plans of Cancelo actually playing right back this season. They might think of it as we're going to throw Cancelo in at some point at that right hand side. To switch with Walker, to protect Walker a little bit. That's why we need a left back, because Cancelo and Walker are going to rotate a little bit more on that right hand side, and that's why we need an actual first team left back.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It just sounds to me like Cancelo's going to end up playing a hell of a lot of football this year, if that's going to be the case.
What about he's rotating with Walker? Do you know what I mean? Like, more so, and that's why we wanted like Cucurella. So Cucurella could come in and he could have taken Cancelo's spot, but then Cancelo could be fighting for that right-hand side spot. So then you have Cucurella and Cancelo playing.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think I'd be saying this if we had Cancelo, but because not Cancelo, Cucurella, but because we've not got Cucurella, and right now we've got Gomez and Wilson Esbrand, changes my mind a little bit, with the current situation. And like I said, I just think Cancelo is going to end up playing a lot of football this year, either left back or right back, because Cancelo's one of our most influential players on the pitch. He's one of our most influential players on the pitch, and we don't want to be burning the kid out. You know what I mean? We need to be playing him in all the big games. And I'm a little bit worried about whether or not we're going to end up burning Cancelo out. That's my concern on this. And I do think we should be looking at a right back in this situation. A couple more super chats have come in. Emmanuel with a 2 says, "Fuck off, no, injury prone captain." He is injury prone, to be fair, bro. Obeid with a 2 says, "Do we have any good right backs in the academy?" Got a few, bro. We got a Kabore, but he's going out on loan.
Rico Lewis,
but he's only 17. So no one really at the moment who's going to be able to step in.
We binned off everyone, didn't we? Yankuto got off because he was like, "Nah, I'm not waiting for my time." He got off somewhere else. So that's where we're kind of stuck now, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, nothing for this season, really. A lot of people are mentioning Kabore, but he's going out on loan, according to the latest rumours.
Yeah, because he basically, Kabore is very much on the loan list because that's why so many clubs are going in for him. I think he had a deal with one team and it fell through. So there's someone else going in for him recently. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely one that City going, yeah, loan him out.
Yeah. No, for sure. David agrees with me. He says LB's right. Defo should be looking for a right back. Adam with a strange one. Do we need another centre back and another right back? Well, I've already answered the right back situation. I don't think we need another centre back. No, unless we're going to play 3 at the back, which I don't think he is.
I think if you went and got Gvardiol, who can play centre back and left back, that'd be okay because then you kind of bolstering the centre back spot if needed, and you've got a left back. That's the only way that I'd see another centre back coming in case. Like Cucurella could play centre back and left back as well. He did that a few times. That's the only way I'd see it. It'd have to be like a left back centre back hybrid. I don't see us going for just an all out centre back, especially when we've got good competition. It's just the fact that Laporte's not fit, but Stones hasn't played yet.
Yeah, Jamie in the chat, Xtra Club member, yes, Jamie, says if Kabore is as good as we think, is there any real reason why we're going to loan him out?
I don't know, because he got thing in it. He got play the tournament, didn't he? Or young player tournament, or whatever it was, at the AFCON. Mm-hmm. He's meant to be like one of the next best things. But
should have been in pre-season. Said it should have been in pre-season. And he should have been given minutes so we could have assessed him.
If we had like 4 or 5 pre-season games instead of 2, I mean, you would have been able to test this loads.
Yeah. You know what, City have could have dealt with a lot of these issues if they would have just had more pre-season games, because we could have worked out about Kabore, we could have worked out about Wilson Esbrand, we could have worked out about some of these academy players or fringe players and decided whether or not we take the gamble on keeping them around and then not having to go for an extra player. But because we didn't, and we only had 2, and one of them was basically a rip anyway because it was the Bayern Munich game, which was stop-start.
Yeah.
Then, it's their own fault. City have messed up here. And I know people will be like, oh, well, they did schedule a 3rd, which got cancelled. I don't care. This is a £1 billion company. You're telling me they can't find a team in the MLS or somewhere in the Americas that won't come and play City? It's a joke, man. They should have been playing 4 or 5 games all day long. That should be the absolute minimum of what a club at this standard should be playing in pre-season. So you can assess. This is where you assess these players. And we didn't do that. And now we're having to pay the price because the answer to the question is, Jamie, we're not going to test Kabore because we don't know whether or not he's good enough at this level because we've never seen him, we've never tested him at this level, we've never seen him in amongst these type of players in the first team. And it goes the same with Wilson Esbrand. We played him against Bayern Munich, he did stunningly well, but it was one game, so everyone's still like, oh, well, we don't really know.
We don't know, innit?
Well, what about if you played another game against a really good team? That was 2 games. Now all of a sudden you go, it wasn't just a one-off. He's then done it in 2 games. Maybe we could try him. But because we didn't do that, we're now in this situation where we're signing Gomez from Belgium, who's played a year there or whatever, and everyone doesn't really know whether he's going to be good or not because it's the Belgium league. You know what I mean? And if we just had a bit more preparation, a bit more games, and I know City will probably come out and be like, oh, we couldn't do that because of this, and this. You don't know what you're talking about. At the end of the day, you should be scheduling more than 2 football matches in pre-season.
Yeah, I mean, there was a rumour that Pep doesn't want his players to play them games. If you like, in the long term, it'll work out better for the squad. So it is what it is.
But the thing is, if he says, "Oh, well, I don't want to play Kevin De Bruyne in 5 matches," don't play him. Don't play him in 5. Play him in 2 matches. But then take a McAtee. Play him there. You know what I mean? Take some of these academy prospects that are on the sort of fringes. You know what I mean? Who can you actually put in there? And I just think that. I just don't agree with it, man. I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion as a fan. I don't agree with two games in pre-season.
No, I agree. 2 games very light, but I think the only way I can see it is if that Pep thing is right, because then Pep will have told them to not schedule anymore. Pep would be like, no, this is fine. This is all I want. That's the only way that I can see it. If Pep hasn't said that and that's not a Pep thing, then yeah, I fully agree. Yeah.
Got a couple more chats here coming in. Doper with a good one says, this is that moment you have to wonder why Pedro Porro never got into the team. He's a pretty solid player.
It's a wild one, that. It's actually a wild one, that, because Real Madrid was sniffing around him as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, apparently he's a beast.
Yeah, I mean, again, sometimes with these CFG signings, you just wonder what's really going on, because why wasn't he ever given just a go? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a bit strange.
But maybe he didn't show the potential at City, but then has gone on to show it elsewhere. So then that's why.
Bro, when he was out on loan and we had like the clause to buy him back, or he was loaned out or whatever, he was doing good.
Yeah, but then City might have gone, nah, we don't see it. I mean, it's all about the way City see it, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, CFG, like, primarily is there to make money. Like, at the moment, anyway. Like, it should be the other way around. Primarily, it should be there to feed in these players into our squad, but it's not. But the priority of the CFG is to turn over big cash. And it does. It works. It does turn over big cash. But when we do that, it makes you question some of these ones that maybe they just fall through the net, bro. Maybe it's just a City error. They look at it and go, "Oh, we fucked up there. We shouldn't have got rid of him."
I completely understand that sometimes they will fall through the net. However, Pedro Porro is a player that City fans in our stream and on social media for the last 2 years or whatever have been saying, "Give him a go, give him a go, give him a go." This ain't some guy that no one's noticed. I mean, I get that if like no one's really seen him. Like, who was that random Donny who we sold the other day to Sao Paulo in Brazil, who no one's ever heard of in the CFG? If he goes on to be mint, I don't think anyone will be like, "Oh, why we missed him?" Because no one's ever heard of him, no one's ever seen him play. Pedro Porro was a player that you guys in the chat and City fans, match day fans abroad who just watch football a lot, have all been saying, "Give Pedro Porro a go." Doper's from America and he's mentioned Pedro Porro. So this isn't a player that's just fell through because no one's seen him. This is a player that really City should have maybe done a little bit more research on. But again, you like you said there about the whole business thing and it's making a lot of money, I guess you don't really ever know the true, what is it there for, the CFG? Because we might be going, yeah, it's there to make money, but if there's a good player, then we'll try him. That might not be what it's there for. It might literally just be, it's literally a business. Unless someone comes through who is world class, and we don't have to put any development into getting sold, and we're just banking that profit because of FFP, and we need that profit money. That might be what it is, but again, we don't know, innit?
Yeah, they're never going to show us that transparent side of it all. I've seen a few people as well saying that it's too much negativity. I've seen Alec there. I've seen a few people before saying that this is such a negative stream. We're not being negative. We're just having a conversation about it. Do you know what I mean? We're just talking about how how sometimes we miss like these kind of things, and it's only because like this is what we get asked in the chat all the time. Everyone always says to us, "What about Pedro Porro stuff like that?" Do you know what I mean? This is what we're just having a conversation about it. Tosif says it's just a depressing topic. Yeah, but I mean, we sometimes it's just good to talk about it. I mean, rather than, because it's good conversation points.
Archie says Dumfries maybe as a backup. I don't think I've ever really seen him play that much, to be honest, bro. I don't even know, to be honest.
Dumfries, I think he's rapid, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what he is? FIFA. He's FIFA, bro.
Yeah, probably. Adam says the charity match against Barcelona should be pre-season. I agree. I don't know why we scheduled that in the middle of the season. But
that's the weirdest pre-season game. In like, is it next Wednesday or something like that?
Yeah.
It's so weird, bro.
It's strange,
bro. That is the charity game. It's a charity match to raise money for Barcelona to sign Bernardo Silva. Yeah. We're raising money for them to sign him.
It's very strange. Anthony with a 5 says Man City can play friendly games next year in Australia. Teams, hopefully. I don't know if it's been announced where they're going next year. I don't know where they're going. Are they going to Australia? I don't know.
Has it been announced?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know if it has been announced.
I thought they don't announce it till like later on, unless they're doing it earlier because it's in Australia for fans to like maybe get tickets and stuff. I don't mean get flights over there. I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing, bro.
I've not seen anything though.
Obeyed with the 10 says I agree with LB how the preseason went, but I believe we didn't have too many preseason games because we will end up playing 50 plus games a season. Yeah, maybe, bro. You know what I mean? I guess everyone has different opinions on the whole preseason thing, and yeah, everyone has their own views on that. Chris says I feel like a left back is more needed now when Walker gets phased out. Then a right back is needed, and the starters become the left back we buy now and Cancelo.
The only thing is with that, right, is the fact that Walker rarely gets injured, and Cancelo also rarely gets injured. So you can play both there, and both rarely get injured. But obviously, injury did creep up a little bit last season into Walker's side of it.
Yeah, and he's got the World Cup this year as well.
We've just kind of got to hope everyone stays fit because our squad is small right now. We have a small squad. You see that with just the fact of Phillips and Cole Palmer being injured. You look at our bench, I mean, we don't have that many. Do you know what I mean? Our bench is already looking a lot weaker. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like we just got to pray that everyone stays fit.
Yeah, the World Cup in obviously November, December, that's going to be tough, man. It'll take a lot out of our players. Luckily, Haaland's not there, is he?
Haaland's not there, yeah.
He probably won't like me saying that, but luckily he's not there.
Yeah, good job he's not there.
From a selfish point of view, he's obviously got a month off or whatever, but a lot of our team is there, obviously, just because of the club we are. Kyle Walker is going to play a lot of minutes this season, and one of my worries that I have is if Gomez... Say, I don't know if we're getting Kieran today. Let's just say we don't get another person, yeah? Say we just stick with this, and Gomez doesn't live up to the hype. That's going to mean that he's going to probably burn out Cancelo, and then if Walker does get injured, Cancelo's going to have to play again on the right-hand side. That's just why I get a little bit worried about this right-back position, and I would like to see a little bit of cover. It's a shame, really, that, like I say, Kabore didn't get any game time in pre-season, or that Rico Lewis was just not a year or so older, because I don't think Pep would put him in, given he's only 17.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to put him in, yeah.
So it's too early, that, probably. So,
He did travel to West Ham, didn't he? I'm sure he was on the bench. Yeah, he was. He was on the bench for West Ham.
He was, yeah. I mean, they do say, if you're good enough, you're old enough. But maybe at this level, I don't know if Pep would throw him in. I'm not sure. I'd like to throw him in.
Judging off the way that things have gone in the past with Pep and playing like youngsters, I'm going to go with the side if he doesn't. He's not going to play him and throw him in. I think maybe because we know he likes to keep the... he puts youngsters on the bench in that because he likes them being with the team around the squad for the whole match day experience. I mean, getting used to that and that is a big part of it. So I think that's probably why he's included in these teams, especially with some of the injuries that we've had. But I feel like for Pep to full send Rico Lewis at right back would be mad. Yeah, I love it, me personally. I'm full sends mode, isn't it? But I mean, it might be a bit too soon for that one.
Yeah, we'll probably see him in a Carabao Cup game, and that'll be interesting to see how he gets on there. But obviously, he did well when he came off the bench the other day.
He should have scored against Bayern, didn't it?
Yeah, against Bayern. Where are we at? Dopa says, who's the last CFG signing that made the first team? Was it Zinchenko? Was Zinchenko a CFG signing? Possibly was a CFG signing. I'm not sure. I would say Zinchenko. I think he was a CFG signing. The chat will probably...
It was on that 1.8 mil or something, Zinchenko.
The chat will confirm whether or not...
Was it Iheanacho a CFG signing?
No, Iheanacho was legit.
He just played with the thingies because was he not old enough?
Yeah, he went into the academy.
He went into the academy just to play for a season, didn't he? Then he came.
Yeah.
Zinchenko, yeah, people are saying Zinchenko.
I think he was a CFG. And Nick Toll with a 14 says he would be good in our inverted system. I think so.
Is that about Tierney?
Yeah. So, you know, it's we'll have to wait and see on this one. Obviously, the rumours are still pretty early days at the moment. But, you know, Arteta's saying he's not going to comment on it, which I do find a bit weird. I just find them choice of words, I just find them a bit strange. And obviously, we have done business with Arsenal twice this window, and it's been successful. Does Kieran, in my opinion, I do think Zinchenko, if Kieran Tierney stays at Arsenal, I do think Zinchenko will get that spot off him. So therefore, does Kieran Tierney want to be at Arsenal, or would he rather come City, where he'll be on the bench just like he will be at Arsenal, but win trophies and probably get a bit of a pay rise? It'll be an interesting one. But at least we're looking at someone. At least we're in the market, and obviously they still ignore it, and there's still Guerrero from Borussia Dortmund. So maybe City are now just finally honing in the targets and are ready to decide fully who they want.
The thing is, had this news about Gomez come out, and Pep had only just said, because he's confirmed that he's staying at the club, if Pep had only done that, then I think we'd all be talking about, oh, it's Gomez. Gomez is the left back, never mind, we're not going to go get anyone else. I mean, this stream would basically be rendered useless because everyone would just be like, nah, it's Gomez. We're not going to go get another left back. However, Pep has confirmed. He has confirmed that we still could sign another left back this summer, even after the arrival of Sergio Gomez. So that's big, because it shows that we are in the market. He's not said we will sign a left back because obviously he doesn't know, innit? He don't know if we can get these deals over the line. But it certainly shows that City are definitely looking at these guys. And I firmly believe that Tierney's on this list. And I know a lot of people don't want him. I know a lot of people don't like him. I mean, injuries and that, people say ain't good enough. But honestly, I think he's on the list, and I think Guerrero is on the list. I think them two are higher. They're the top of the tree, them two. Yeah. Them two are the top of it, and the rest of them, you're getting more expensive as far as the list goes down. And I think City are looking at them two and thinking, which one is going to be better for this football club? You can see we're clearly taking our time. We're clearly taking our time with this decision. I mean, we're contacting loads of other people. I think basically we're doing a wide search. We're contacting everyone that we're seeing like Lodi, stuff like that. We are Gvardiol. We're just trying to get a price for everyone, and just so we're not going to roast ourselves and go, okay, then, right, that's too expensive. They're kind of drawing a line.
They're testing the market. What they don't want to do is they don't want to go and be rapid, go and sign a player, and then find out they could have got someone else.
Yeah, because imagine
value.
Imagine we go in for I don't know, innit? Say we went for Guerrero, right, and then we had to pay 40 mil for him. Say it's just something stupid. Say it was like 40 mil, right, and then Renan Lodi came available, and City valued Renan Lodi higher, and then he's available for like 40 million as well. And then like, oh, we should have just gone and got him, but we moved too fast. So I think we're just taking our time. You know what I mean? The season's already started now. We're taking our time. Like you said, we've got some favourable games coming up.
Yep.
So we might just look at it going, we do have this time to relax on this side.
And we do have Gomez in the bag, don't we? So
yeah, and Gomez is obviously already signed.
You know, we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry too much. We do have a player there. We do have Wilson Esbrand as well. We got Rico Lewis. Kabore is still officially at City. He's not gone just yet. So yeah, they're probably just taking the time and just making the right decisions, which you can't knock them for. Guys, if you've not done so already, please go download the One Football app. Link in the description, pin, comment and QR code on screen. Completely free football app for you to download. Get all your City news from there. Transfer news, transfer rumours, in-game stats, in-game commentary, team lineups and much, much more, like interactive voting and stuff like that. Completely free. Download it. You do help support the channel. Make sure you smash a like on the stream. We're currently on 350. Let's see if we can get up to 400 likes, guys. 50 people smash that, get us to 400. And of course, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you're new. And we're still one member of 340 Extra Club members. So if you want to help us get to 340 Extra Club members, become an Extra Club member. Link is in the description. Sometimes there's a join button that you can use below my face, just like Pep Guardiola, Joe Webb, Tijana, Harwood JD, Austin King, Meme Star, and many, many more in the chat helping support the channel. We super appreciate all you guys. All the details are in the description.
Austin King says there, sign Danilo again. You know what? I'd send that, me. Danilo was solid.
Danilo was a solid player.
Solid, you know what I mean? Play him wherever you want. He'll put in a shift.
Yeah.
I mean, really the only issue is he couldn't push Walker. It was Walker's spot.
Yeah.
So it made sense to get Cancelo.
Yeah, true.
It was a great deal, but you know what I mean? I'd full send Danilo, you know. Just get him in. Put him at left back.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad player, you know.
He was a chiller Danilo. Like,
I'm not sure why he never really did push Walker, because he was a good player. It wasn't like he was trash, you know what I mean? He was a good player, and I didn't really have any issues when he did play, so It was weird how he didn't ever manage to really push Walker. Or maybe that was just a myth. Maybe that wasn't even a thing. I don't know. But
no, I definitely didn't push him. It was Walker's spot all day, innit?
yeah.
But he was good to.
I don't know why
he
he didn't push him though. Because that's what I'm saying. He wasn't bad when he played. It wasn't like he came in and he was like, "Oh shit, Danilo's playing." Like whenever Danilo played, it was.
No,
like,
he was good.
I
think Walker was just too good.
Yeah.
Walker's incredible, innit?
Too much. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just too high for to be pushed by him. Joe Webb, by the way, also Xtra Club member, said, "Lads, I'm also a Celtic fan, and Tierney is incredible. Real Madrid linked with him a few years back."
Yeah. Oh, he's good. I could say his career's just stalled.
Yeah,
in my
he's
opinion.
like you said before, but his trajectory was on the up. Do you know what I mean? Loads of people speaking about him, but then now the injuries have kind of killed him for the past year or two. So he needs to get back on that hype, and maybe City the team to put him back on that train.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yes, James Gilmore
James
just joined the Xtra
Gilmore.
Club, and he's made it 340. Yes, James, appreciate you, man. We'll let you guys know in the community tab what our next Xtra Club member stream is going to be. I'll have a look at some of the fixtures and get back in touch with you on that on the community tab. So stay tuned to that, James. Come and join us for them streams. Right, we'll probably wrap it up there then. So Kieran Tierney, the latest is City apparently interested. No official bid's gone in. Arteta playing dumb. You don't know what's going on.
But not ruling it out.
Not ruling it out, which is probably the crucial part of his comments. Guerrero is still a possibility. Nori hasn't been ruled out, so I guess it's still a possibility. So they're the three that City are looking at the moment. Doesn't look like they are looking at a right back, so if they are going to get someone, it probably will be another left back. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with this one though, guys. But yeah, so it's certainly a very, very sort of controversial one, this one, because I know a lot of people don't want him, a lot of people would take him, and then a few people are like, yeah, I'll definitely get him. So it's a very interesting one. I think the fans have definitely got their own opinions on this. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. We got a video coming out for you, an actual video, which is going to be the preview for the game against Bournemouth tomorrow. So stay tuned. A
lot of people will be happy about that, innit? People miss videos, innit? We are working on it.
Yeah, so it's going to be a Bournemouth preview. That'll be out shortly. So make sure you are subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss that. We of course do our live preview tomorrow as well, a couple of hours before the game, and the watch along as well. So guys, thank you very much for joining us. Go check out the OneFootball app, link in the description, and we'll see you in the next one. To the bits.
To the bits.